beautiful friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Anna and today we're making a classic Italian dish. We're making bucatini allamatriciana. I love to make this recipe because it only requires a few ingredients. It's very quick to make. It's done in under 30 minutes, which is my favorite, and it's so yummy. So let me show you the ingredients so we can go ahead and get started. You're gonna need some Italian whole peeled tomatoes and juice, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of white wine, a little bit of hot pepper flakes, some pancetta. Normally the recipe calls for guanciale. It's extremely hard for me to find guanciale here in Miami, and if I do find it, it's very expensive, so some uncured pancetta will do. I really wouldn't recommend using bacon because bacon is more of a smoky flavor and it really doesn't go. I mean, you could use bacon if that's the only thing you can find, but try to find pancetta. You can pretty much find it, at least I find it. Every grocery store sells pancetta, salt and pepper, and you're also going to need some bucatini pasta. This is very similar to a spaghetti. It's a little bit thicker because it has a hole running through the center, which makes it so yummy because all the sauce just kind of like goes in there and it makes it really saucy and delicious. So that's pretty much all you're gonna need. If you can't find bucatini, just use some spaghetti, but either or will do. I have a high-sized skillet and I'm going to turn that on medium heat. I'm going to add just a small drizzle of olive oil. You don't want, well, extra virgin olive oil, and you don't want a lot. And I'm going to add in my pancetta. We're gonna let this cook until slightly crispy. I also have a pot of water pretty much at a boil. You want it to be boiling, and I'm going to add a generous amount of salt. I'm going to cook my pasta because the sauce doesn't really take that long at all. So you want your pasta to be ready by the time the sauce is ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you right now for the next step. As the pancetta cooks, we're going to go ahead and crush our tomatoes by hand. This is gonna give it a lovely texture. So you're gonna have, because you're still gonna have little chunks of tomatoes running through your pasta sauce, and I personally love that. You can also use a can of already crushed tomatoes if you wish, but this makes it really yummy. And before I forget, because I think I forgot to mention it, you're also going to need some shredded Romano cheese. I have that in the fridge, so I forgot, but I'll bring that out in just a second. It's gonna pull the whole thing together. It's gonna be so yummy. You want your pancetta to look something like this. As you can see, it's really nice and crispy, and you can probably tell that it has rendered a lot of fat. If you want, you can remove some of that fat, but I find that that's what makes the sauce. You need that sauce to create some of the sauce, but you can render out some of it if you wish. If it's too much, I have about, I would say, 2 tablespoons of fat in here, so it's not that much. Now to this, I'm going to add a pinch of hot chili flakes, and this is not gonna make it super spicy, but it will add a bit of a kick to it. And I also turned off my heat because at this point I'm going to add my wine. You want to be careful. Mix that whole thing in. Turn on your heat again to medium. And we're gonna let this cook for about 2 minutes. This looks great, so let's go ahead and add the tomatoes. Be careful, you don't want to splatter yourself. Now let's mix this whole thing together. My pasta should be almost done as well. I'm going to season it with some salt, just a pinch, and a pinch of black pepper. The pancetta already has a lot of pepper, so don't add too much unless you really like pepper. I'm just gonna let my pasta cook for about 5 more minutes. It doesn't need any more than that. Try it and see if it needs a little bit of sugar, because if your tomatoes are too acidic, since we're not really cooking the sauce for that long, you might need a little bit of sugar to balance out the acidity of your tomatoes, depending on how acidic your tomatoes are. So make sure you give it a quick try. My pasta should almost be done. You want it al dente. So I think it just needs like 1 more minute and we're there. Make sure you reserve a little bit of the pasta water because we're gonna add it to the sauce as well. Gonna add my drained pasta into the sauce. You want to mix this in very well. Look at that. Beautiful. We add in our pecorino. We're also going to add just a splash of the cooking water. That's gonna bring the whole thing together. I'm gonna let this cook just for about a minute. That way the pasta can absorb some of that sauce. This is perfect. I didn't add the whole package of bucatini, so it's a little more saucy, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's still so yummy and delicious. And who doesn't love extra sauce? I mean, at least I love extra sauce. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna plate your whole thing. Oh, so yummy. Since we do have extra sauce, we gotta take advantage and add a little bit more sauce all over the top. Just like this. Look how beautiful. We're gonna make it look pretty with some basil and an extra shaving of pecorino romano. And here you have Bucatini allamatriciana. Like always, we're gonna give it a quick taste test, see how it came out. So simple, but the flavors are perfect. Nice little heat from the hot pepper flakes and the pepper. Just wonderful. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.